I received a very important email from somebody, and I would like to share that with you all. But before I do, I have to give you a little backstory. About 4 years ago, I had an encounter with an entity in the Amazon rainforest. I was extremely ill one night, and I was getting ready for bed, and I had trouble sleeping. Eventually, I did fall asleep, and the next thing I know, my consciousness is observing myself speaking to some form of some entity, and it came to my awareness that I had been talking to this thing for quite some time, and it was talking back to me. When I became conscious of this fact, the entity got extremely frantic and mad, and it began tickling me all over. And before that, I witnessed it was this dark figure that was straddling me, and it had crazy looking snake like hair moving around, almost like Medusa, but not quite. It was very bizarre. And when it realized that I had become aware, it got extremely mad, started tickling me very pervertedly, and it hurt. It was very uncomfortable. And I had squirmed and tried to get away. And it was on top of me, and I was trying to get it off of me, and I kind of snapped out of it, and this loud, animalistic machine, beast, unworldly sound, I've never heard this before in my life since or before. It started coming up from below my hut, and it felt like it was trying to consume me. Like the vibration of this sound was consuming me, it felt like. And I was trying to try my flashlight. I found my flashlight wouldn't come on. I was yelling for help, and then it all just vanished and went away. And I was just laying there thinking, did that really just happen to me? It's a form of gaslighting, if you ask me, that you can have such an experience like that, and then boom, it's all gone. No answers, no explanation, just complete nothingness, like it never happened. So this story, it was much longer and more detailed, but I told the story in a video in the past, and I received this interesting email from someone, and I would like to share it with you because it has a lot of interesting ideas and possibly some truths to sift through and to think about, and we can all come to maybe some new awarenesses that we haven't thought of or even knew. So, with that said, I'm going to read this email with you from Law Shadow. That's his name. And he's already given me permission to read this. Otherwise, I would never put someone's email out publicly. His name is Law Shadow 2011. I'll try to tag him in this video. Hey man, you are not alone. Read carefully. Put a lot of thought. Remember the video you made about you having a full conversation with a demon right next to your bed? You were in between being awake and dream state, yet you remembered that you indeed having a full conversation, but did not remember the specifics at all. You kept talking and talking. Probably the demon was talking to your, pay attention here, subconscious mind or dream state mind. The demon this way is bypassing the critical thinking, fully aware mind, and thus bypassing your free will, your real free will. Then you woke up for real, and suddenly the demon realized you are fully awake, and became angry, clearly agitated, knowing he has now access to his critical mind. Then the demon vanished, if I remember the story you told. Yes, so I was unaware, and then I became aware. And when I became aware, I was aware that I had been talking to some entity against my conscious awareness because I had no idea this was going on. And when I became aware that I was having this full-on conversation with some demonic entity against my will and against my conscious awareness, it became angry at me, ticked off, tried to scare me, fool me. Obviously, it was talking to me in a way that I could not consciously perceive it. So this is what he's saying. My critical mind was not active. But as soon as my critical mind became active, it agitated this demon and knew that the gig was up. So it tried to instill fear in me and it ran away. Then the demon vanished, if I remember the story you told. These are red flags. Back then you didn't ponder these things. I hope now you do. They are doing a very, very cruel way of bypassing free will. And in the process, beings might lose their spirit altogether by their hands. There is no justice except by our own hands. And this is rightfully yours. You must protect your spirit at all costs against these predators of spirits. This is how they cunningly force a consent from you by utilizing abuse. Your dream state mind, subconscious mind, which is more childlike in behavior, lacking critical thinking and self-protection. So the odds of supposedly you saying yes out of your own free will with their offerings, i.e. a contract or subcontract, has been agreed upon, is greatly enhanced. But you were not there fully. Only your dream state mind was there. If, however, you used your full awareness, aka with your critical thinking aspect, they would not try to enforce a contract that they know will probably fail unless they're dealing with an ignorant fool. See the gist? Dream state mind after death is a bit more aware first moments. Self-conscious than your typical state of awareness when you dream, so no lucid dream. So the dream state mind after death is more aware in the first moments. Self-conscious is more self-conscious than your typical state of awareness when you dream. So no lucid dream. When you die, most will enter this dream state. This dream state stage, the ancient Greeks called it the big sleep. Anyway, does this mean you always in that dream state? No. You will gain more and more clarity, which is way, way more clear and full of mental powers and abilities over a set amount of time. However, there is a great chance due to this course of time, when you slowly become more aware and clear-minded, you slowly forget those vital things you learned when you were in the physical. And that, my friend, is their plan once you die. They will try to slam you quickly in order to abuse your dream state mind before your critical mind kicks in. I'm trying to emphasize the words. Oh, is that heaven? Yes, I want to enter it. Or, yes, I agree. Or, this looks like an awesome idea. Not. And the list goes on and on. You can keep your vital knowledge you learned by simply stating upon leaving and mastered OBE, which means out-of-body experience, I want to keep my knowledge, or take your own plan to move away from their filthy evil traps. Everyone should make their own personal plan, how to do this, because tapping into your own light, i.e. spirit, is the way. Not some external factors, no matter if it's external communication with external beings or stuff you see externally. Do not engage with any of it. If you go to some scenery or lights or engage in communication that they show you and you go there or listen to them, this equals consenting to the trap. Fuck them. Do not fall for it. Instead, instantly tell after death your inner light what you need to do or go. It must be your inner light. This is what Jesus probably meant by the narrow gate, the narrow path, since few will master the out-of-body experience in preparation to what is to come when you die. Most channels can speak about this, i.e. traps, etc. in the afterlife, but leave out the most crucial aspect, which is be 100% aware, be fully conscious when you pass over. Otherwise, all their so-called tips are absolutely become horseshit and pointless. Maybe rephrase that. Otherwise, their so-called tips absolutely become horseshit and are pointless. Many channels are shills and lie to you about the so-called soul traps. They lack certain metaphysical aspects and parrot or regurgitate dis or misinformation. Not going to mention names here. Needless to say, there are many of them, including small channels. Be wary. Real, full consciousness. This is done through mastering the out-of-body experience. So when the time comes, i.e. impending death, you leave the body fully with intact, full operating critical thinking and memories. Take it as you want. I am just sharing this with you and hope you get something from it. Ponder this. Who loves you the most? Would you throw yourself forever in hell? Hell as in torture forever and ever? Would God, the so-called loving God or fake God or demiurge or AI or whatever, throw him, her, itself in hell forever? Answer, no, of course not. Who loves you the most? Pick an option. Who is that loves you so dearly? Who is it that loves you so dearly? Answer, it is you. It is you. You. Extra emphasis there. Because you would not throw yourself in hell forever, but guess who would? This includes your family or friends if it has to come down to it. They will throw you in hell. Yeah, hard pill to swallow because no one wants eternal pain. If they had to choose either me or him/her, be fair, you know I'm telling you the truth. That, my friend, equals you have to save yourself. No one is going to help you with that. Only give pointers and advice. They can only give pointers and advice. In the real home, then you can truly rely and trust your fellow spirits. Lastly, in many near-death experiences, people, aka the flock, the sleepers, the unaware ones, the ignorant fools that advertise for what happens after death equals lie. Mention the 3 elders or the 3 karmic elders or the 3 judges. They are the generals of the fallen one or demiurge or aliens, whatever you want to name it, who created this evil construct. The elders never come in the name of evil. Of course not. They will come in the name of love with their smiles, and very kind and loving towards the unsuspecting target. Their love is potent. It's a form of astral drugs that is akin to 1,000 times earth heroin. That's fucking powerful. Now, Jesus actually mentions them, the 3 piece of shit beings, in one of his banned scriptures. Read carefully. You will know it talks about the pangs of death equals moments before bodily death. Excerpt with my footnotes. James, behold, I shall reveal to you your redemption. When you are seized and you undergo these sufferings equals pain before imminent death. A multitude will arm themselves against you that they may seize you, And in particular, the three piece of shit beings, of them will seize you. They who sit there as toll collectors. Not only do they demand toll, but they also take away souls by theft. Thieves and stealers of your spirit essence. This comes from the first Apocalypse of James. The outcome equals the more a spirit reincarnates, the more it is being harvested. The more reincarnation the spirit has, the higher the chance of losing your spirit, the soul. Let me read that. The more reincarnation the spirit has, so the more times you reincarnate, the higher the chance of losing your spirit. The soul is from them, the enemy, who designed the soul for yet another entrapment for the spirit. Stolen memories and stolen vitality and spirit parts just gone. Hence, the older you get, the more shallow you become. No more motivation, hardly any creativity, since they have cleverly stolen that from you. Either when awake or inside your dreams, they will enter your dream, especially when having lesser awareness. Your subconscious mind equals akin to hive mind. It is a monitoring tool for them. So I'm reading this, and then the emergency broadcast system is about to go off in my neighborhood. Perfect timing. It's perfect timing. This happens every week, and couldn't have been more synced to this. I was reading your subconscious mind equals EK. Oh my gosh. So your subconscious mind equals akin to hive mind. It is a monitoring tool. And then that alarm goes off. So take it as what you will. Just disturbing everything around it, just bringing low vibrational frequency to the whole neighborhood. But anyways, so it is a monitoring tool for them. It registers every thought, emotion, desire, what you see, what you hear, including all your dreams, i.e. dreaming when sleeping, and send that to these data centers. So when you dream and sleep, it sends all of those things to these data centers that are called Akashic records. They stole it basically from you without you knowing it, or unwillingly agreed to it. This is why they know so much about you, what your desires are, or what your prime fears are, and will utilize this knowledge to the fullest in order to have leverage over you. And of course, they put firewalls on their data centers, aka Akashic records. You are not allowed to enter or being shown just a fraction of your memories in past lives. Firewalls, as in their cursed evil pieces of shiz, the spirit guides, they are liars and very dangerous. So these spirit guides are firewalls. They're evil pieces of shit, and they lie, and they're very dangerous. You must understand that there are many of these legion beings attached to you. Not only does your subconscious mind, hive mind, cloud mind, knows who you are, what your true desires are, but always sabotage it, right? So all your desires are always sabotaged because these things know exactly what it is. But you also must content with these piece of shit beings, call it spirit guide. Most humans have around at least 10 gatekeepers attached to a human or more. All of them stealing what is rightfully yours, guiding you to your demise, and whisper detrimental ideas in your mind to ruin you, or just use the hive mind to inflict pain, misery, diseases, to crush your spirit. Do not think this is a joke nor a game. And how true is that statement? How true is that? I know that for a fact. That what I just read. Once you are a target here in this reality, all the people around you are in essence connected by a form of cloud, i.e. the subconscious mind. PC language so you understand what I mean. This cloud equals the subconscious mind, aka hive mind, aka the cloud. They will receive thoughts about you, thoughts akin to fuck that person, or they get commands and thoughts that they think is their own, whispers into their mind that suddenly pops in their mind by just treating you wrongly or bully you when they know you are a potential threat. When they know you are different and a potential threat. They become in essence an enemy. Note here, in places where there is absolutely no humans or even animals, like in a faraway area, i.e. deserts, etc., that when walking takes like days to meet humans, guess what? So basically in a very, very isolated area with no humans and no animals, the hive mind is severely diminished, not able to send to your subconscious mind data stream or sudden thoughts or ideas detrimental to your well-being, since there are no humans or animals to be seen. But they can still potentially even then plan impact you, even in those barren areas, which is too much to explain here. Point being, you are not allowed to manifest anything for your own wellness, happiness, unless you are part of their contract and abuse. Hence, this barren area might become a place where you can actually manifest stuff, simply because there is no data/thoughts entering your subconscious mind, since there are no humans or animals to be seen. See it as a form of 5G, no service. Yes, animals are part of a hive mind to be abused and used as well. Animals are the most abused, tortured beings, and they offer these evil scum also energy, good energy, as in quantity versus quality. So pretty much always food and killing spirits this way. However, and this they really don't like, is you can completely nullify its potency by doing out-of-body experience. Because you won't take with you the Trojan horse that is the subconscious mind, hive mind, cloud mind. In OBE, you have pure, clear thoughts without interference from the subconscious mind, also known as shadow self, simply because it's a physical monitoring device. I know, scary stuff, but true. You need to realize that as above, so below. As below, so above. Afterlife is a grave danger and can lead to spirit deletion. Be careful. I found this myself, connection with NDE and the three elders with this manuscript from Jesus. Also, I have been very, very hard digging even back in 1997 about these topics. YouTube will not allow these messages to post. I've been shadow banned 100% whenever I mention these things. However, I noticed when I post on mainstream video about, say, cars or planes, my message does show because it's an innocent message. Test it yourself. You will see. It is up to you if you want to talk about what I have been sharing with you, with your viewers on your YouTube channel. I do think this is important. I had to send you this via email because these motherfuckers on YouTube won't allow me to post. I get constant return error in red letters, no matter how much I edit. Perhaps I used forbidden words, but none of it helped. I even cut the message in 2 parts, but they won't show up in your comment section. This is how you know you are being monitored and shadow banned. Yeah, free speech at its finest. The upcoming years will be harder, starting, I suspect, in 2025 upwards to 2030. New pandemics and taking more and more freedoms. Plans are there to introduce an internet ID, which means you are then being 100% monitored where you post and where you visit online. Without the ID, no internet for you. This is why it is vital right now, while you can still gather important data and store it on hard drives and or USB sticks, or get good books to keep. These scumbags who do nothing else but lie, steal, and kill need a doctrine like the one of unlimited love and forgiveness to make sure that they'll never be accountable for their actions. The vilest evil and what they consider the highest good are 2 sides of the same coin, because in most extreme case, all forms of evil are allowed, with 0 consequences. You must understand that evil will not come in the name of evil. It will come in the name of love. Ask a little girl that's 6 years old and has trauma almost at the point of suicide. Why? Well, she had been raped. Did she ask for this at that young age? She can't even contemplate in depth about good and evil and what actually really happened to her. God wants God wants to experience through us our physical experiences. Gosh, this is a good one. Well, how many times does God or Source need to experience the horrific deed that is raping? I mean, maybe once, but that's even too much for an all-knowing, all-loving God Source. Give me a break. Since the dawn of men, billions upon billions of innocent children have been raped. This is nonsense, utter nonsense. How many times does God Source, need to experience to get it? Exactly, because it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit for us to accept our suffering. Good little slaves. God needs to experience torture and abuse through your eyes so it can feel alive. Can you believe that? I have sent this message also to Philosophy Vids and Sedaris, by the way. Hope you get something out of it. Remember, keep your awareness when passing over. So keep your awareness when you die. It's crucial. Don't be... They want you to go peacefully without ever knowing why. Don't let them. They want you to go peacefully without ever knowing why. Don't let them. P.S. Out-of-body experiences have dangers. Do understand this if you plan it. You will become most likely a target even more so than it is now. Since your main objective is to maintain awareness, this will be a thorn in their eyes. However, from OBEers who do know their stuff, you can have more power than them, including utterly kill them. They are afraid, very afraid when that happens, because most of these beings, say as example, the reptilians, which are elite foot soldiers of the demiurge, and gray aliens, do not possess a soul spirit once they die. It is done, i.e. oblivion. This is what I gathered from my research. This is why they need us so much to sustain and enjoy our spirit they lack. However, it is possible that his spirit may become corrupted or even lose his spirit due to too much feeding. This you do not want ever to happen. We are walking the narrow path that few will take. Stay strong and keep sharing your views. People do listen, and ignore those trolls and fools. The more they attack, the more you hit their nerves. Fuck them. They who kill spirits do not deserve forgiveness for what they have done through us and to us. Yes, I totally agree with that. All right, on to the next one. Sure, you can share it with your viewers as long as you give credit where credit is due by mentioning my name after all this info is not readily available and not many came to this conclusion. I can assure you that this is from long research and personal experiences since I was 9 years old when I started my path. I'm now in my 40s, by the way, so I do know my stuff. His name's Law Shadow. Shout out to Law Shadow. I realize we are surrounded by fake and liars, including these damn shield channels claiming to be honest, but are not. Be very careful who you are dealing with. I won't name names here though, but I know they are wolves in cheap clothing. You must understand this. I am being banned from commenting some interesting or important things. This is how the current AI algorithm works. Many liars, many give false gifts away. There was a time where none could lie to his fellow human being, in a time that we call antediluvian era, aka pre-flood. Still up to this day, some very minority have this ability, albeit severely diminished due to genetic corruption and alterations. What I'm about to tell you is not freely accessible, even on these truther channels. This language was called telepathy, which is the main language in the astral. Reason I know this to be accurate to some degree is there are still humans possessing this skill, like I said, albeit a lesser degree, and these people have been captured for test purposes through governmental agencies like the Tavistock Institute and the three-letter agencies and other agencies worldwide. I'm sure you heard about it. The reason why there are so many fucking liars and cunning people is because it was meant to be this way. And that we may have a hard time who to trust, right? Unless you have a sharp, keen eye to spot liars and dishonorable men and women. A long time ago, before the flood, humans communicated with each other under one language, that is telepathy, and were able to be on the same level as these fake lying gods, or even surpass them. This is why the gods became angry knowing our potential. Thus, the story of the Tower of Babel came to be, but not many realized that it was most likely telepathy. They thought it was a universal spoken language. Hence, the gods cursed us with the aftermath of the Tower of Babel, where humans could achieve great or greater things than the fake gods. They punished us to not also take more easily our spirit essence, but also to confuse our languages. This has been stated inside the corrupted Bible. However, it still contains truths, and one of them is the confusion of languages by these gods. No more can we spot a lie nor a hidden agenda through spoken multiple languages, French, English, Arabic, and all the different thousands of dialects. You cannot read their minds, and this is why they can easily manipulate us through spoken language or written language filled with hidden curses. This is the confusion that the gods put upon us, to confuse and corrupt us, and to steal our essence and destroy our free will. The only telepathy they still allowed, Trojan horse, that fake gift, and read carefully. So the only telepathy they still allow is the telepathy that is called the subconscious mind, hive mind, cloud mind, which is in constant communications with each other. Read my first mail to grasp what I am saying to make sense. So refer back to the previous email. Since we all have it, so we all have this subconscious hive mind, cloud mind, and it's in constant communication with each other, and we all have it. Do you now get the picture why I send you the message about your subconscious mind and bypassing your aware free will through your protector, your logical mind? It is planned this way for our demise and death. They want you to go peacefully without ever knowing why. They want to bypass your aware free will, critical thinking mind, your protector, your logical mind. They want to bypass that and connect to the subconscious hive mind, cloud mind. And by doing that, they're bypassing your free will. And they want you to go peacefully without ever knowing why. The only reason for ending one's life is when your freedom is done for or severe pain. I suspect that 2025 will bring in the beginning of our demise as more and more freedoms are being taken all the way up to 2030. A new pandemic is on the horizon, and you, my friend, are listed as a rebellious just like me and others in the upcoming years. You will know why these FEMA camps are there. It is for us, and those that take the jab will have corrupted their essence to their spirit, the mark, the 144. Do you know what that is? So it's a bunch of the stuff. You can pause if you want to read it. Do you see what I see? Hint, the jab contains CRISPR adding a third DNA string via graphene as one of these means, a Trojan horse. Guess who will be saved? By their own accord, those that maintain their original 144 double DNA string and not have their spirit corrupted or even destroyed, the second death. Protect your spirit at all costs against these beyond evil beings. Love and light nonsense is evil, realize this. They have promoted a fake love because we have no means to see if it is real or fake. Never trust a man who says, I love you all. They are the worst. No thought, just parroting absolute shit. Open your eyes, man. Be wary. Don't let them poison your spirit, and be wary of those with false gifts. Many online are rats in disguise, including these so-called truther channels. The information I shared in this and the previous mail you probably never heard of. It's because that info is being monitored and nullified. Share if you will, but give credit. Stay strong, man. Credit to Law Shadow. I'm curious of your thoughts and reply as you wanted. You can share it with your viewers. I think this is crucial, important topic I came across. This topic back around 2000 on a forum. Hidden. And the guy flat out told us, make sure you die with full awareness. Suicide at your level of awareness is not advised. Serious topic and talk. Let it all sink in. What I have told you. Then make preparations, because this world has nothing to offer but misery and pain, especially when your eyes are open. Real eyes recognize real lies. You must do a lot of research on out-of-body experience. including the dangers, and see a pattern many channels promote OBE for the wrong reason, since that stems from agents in league of the astral guides, lords, parasites. They want you to have fun when out of body. And remember, the astral plane is just another veil, illusion, simulation. When you consider out of body experiences and have mastered it, chances are high that you will become a target, i.e., you heightened your senses. Your heightened senses will see them in your physical body or hear voices, sounds. It's them monitoring you, and do everything in their power so you don't tap into your real power, a power that can have dominion over them or flat out destroy them. That's your given ability over these shits. That dream of yours, see the pattern? So I have a video on my channel. I had a dream about these sadistic predators, these entities that he's talking about. So go watch that video if you're interested. They are cowards attacking your dream state, mind, body. Otherwise, you would call it a full-fledged lucid dream. Same applies as with the demon you had a chat with your dream state mind, and thus hardly remember the details. Fucking cowards. However, there is a way to recollect all that has been said when you are half awake. It is done through hypnosis. But many hypnotherapists are sneaky and liars and can even imprint thoughts, false memories, by suggestions into your dream state mind, aka subconscious mind. You must have hypnotherapists that is reputable and trustworthy and has high success rate, but these are hard to find though. In your dream, you were vulnerable, lacking the full awareness and mental power, but they allowed you to remember the dream to induce fear and hopelessness, and also spread it to your fellow men. Mission accomplished. They want to make you think you are weak soul that has no power nor defense. Lies, all of it. Well, partially. Real people with real mastering of out-of-body experiences and beyond the astral planes do know they can tackle these demons and destroy them, i.e. kill them, with brute force. Forget about the send them love. Send love to demons is their programming and propaganda, and it works for the majority of ignorant fools, sitting ducks that will only make them laugh hard at you. Ask real out-of-body experiencers. They will tell you that sending love will do nothing unless it's an agenda. Yes, many lies out there. Remember, the reptilians and greys, most of them, not all, don't have a soul. So if you kill them, it's lights out. For them, that is what they fear. The small fry demons don't even care if you destroy them. They have a very low self-esteem or awareness, simply because many are a form of thought form, aka tulpa, and are suffering hardcore. Believe it or not, their only task in existence is to harass and destroy people. When you do master out-of-body experiences, it's these little fucks that come after you, first to probe you, etc. Then, when that's not working, they send more stronger demons. When that doesn't work, their elite demons. I guess when that doesn't work, elite demons come out. These are no joke. In order to eradicate them, you need to know your true inner power. And if that doesn't work, they send their best of the best. They will come as your best friends, spirits, filled with smiles and love, and actually share some real secrets with you in order to gain trust, leverage, or make you change side, i.e. dark, the false light. Make you change to the dark side, the false light side. And if that fails, after that, you directly have to deal with the Archon Generals. This is a whole different topic on its own. So, if you decide to off yourself right now at this state of awareness, you will be a sitting duck. First, research all you can about the spiritual, astral, and out-of-body. Gather as much as possible. You can, if you will practice your inherent abilities there, including self-defense and how to murder these pieces of shit. You have creativity at your side that they lack. Use it. When all is done and you gained much spiritual knowledge, then and only then can you potentially leave this cursed place body. So I guess when all is done and you gained much spiritual knowledge, that's the only way you can leave. That's according to him. If I go out, I'll simply crush these fucks or send them to utter oblivion. after I have done my homework. They have taken so much from us, laughing at your demise, laughing at our misery and weakness. There comes a time we will repay them in kind at 1,000-fold. Yes, a million, a billion-fold. Certain OBEers realize their talent and can, if they so wish, murder demons, even the strong ones. They are capable of creating so much, it's a power they don't possess. They have to build through insane advanced technologies that is far, far ahead than our tech, probably millions of years. I'll give them that. They are extremely intelligent and extremely talented engineers, both in the biofield and tech engineering. Well, actually, this is the last email I'm going to share. Hopefully, he's okay with me sharing this part. And if you're not, you can tell me to take this part down. But I feel like it's very important. Without going into too much details, no parents, no family, only begotten child of my parents. 6 foster homes, youth shelters, and nightmares, sleepless nights, sleep paralysis, weird dark dreams, many weird encounters with people, and much more. I know now that 99% of the trufus out there are fake without a doubt. They parrot the soul trap topic and pretend that way back in the and they pretend that way back in the 2000s and earlier no one talked about it. But those people are dead wrong. Only 2 people will verify what I have told you. One was a deserter of an Argentinian high-level Freemasonic lounge and was in hiding. He feared assassinations by spilling secrets, which has now been in damage control. They tell truth but leave out the most crucial part. One of the secrets was, and he warned the reader that all that bogus about sovereignty and refusing to go into the light or just teleport away is not going to help you. When one dies, she will enter temporarily a dream state upon death, which is a logical standpoint since upon death, the soul is traumatized and confused. It takes time to get your bearing up again, but by the time it is already too late. Since vultures, the evil wicked ones, will never come in the name of evil, but will come to you in the name of love, while in a state of confusion and lacking full awareness replaced by a dream state. In order to have more leverage and success, they add soul drug, i.e. the infamous love bombing, to really put a nail in the coffin. They have to slam you quickly before you regain your full awareness. They know time is of the essence, because the longer they can distract you, while in a dream confused state, you will start to forget those critically important life-saving information. And another guy who also knows this and mentions it specifically, if you want, I can redirect you to this information. They are trying to siphon your essence until you're dead spiritually, i.e. lost the connection to who you really are. That strengthens you, keeps you alive infinitely, but once that connection is severed, it is game over for you. You either have 2 options, second death or become like them, evil and a vampire, to keep yourself alive as long as possible. It's sickening. Guard your spirit, ignore the people who parrot bullshit all day long, including those soul trap community. They are full of it. Be wary of snakes. Wow, now that was a lot of very interesting information that I feel has a lot of truth to it. Do I know for certain? No, but I'm sharing this information so that you all can be aware of it, can think on it, can ponder it. Maybe it can connect some dots. Maybe you have some information to help other people if it's along the same lines, or if you disagree, or, I'm not here to try to shit on people or to try to start some drama or like arguments about, oh, you're right or you're wrong. I just want the truth, and I just want people on this channel who want the truth and who are able to collaborate together so that we can all come to more and more truths about this place in order to leave it forever. And I feel that this information that he has shared is very important, and a lot of it I've never heard before. And I think it's spot on in a lot of different ways. So I would give my commentary. I would give more commentary, but my mouth is extremely dry. I have done a lot of reading, so hopefully people in the comments can give their thoughts and their opinions and what they think. And I hope that you use this information to your benefit to help you on your journey. If there's some things you don't agree with, it's okay. You don't have to agree with everything. And thinking on this more, there's been many times that I have actually awoken out of sleep, or moments before you fall asleep. Sometimes I become aware. And there have been many times that I've become aware that I have been unconsciously talking to entities or people that are in my room or somewhere else. So this gives this theory more credit, because this actually happens all the time to me, I'm sure, without my awareness. But there's certain instances where you can become aware and realize, oh wow, what the hell was I just saying? What was I talking about? Who was I talking to? Why is this information being kept from me? And in a lot of dreams, that information is being kept from you too, because upon waking, it's wiped from your mind. So you have no idea what just happened, what you're doing, what you're saying, what they were saying to you. So yeah, upon death, we must remain conscious. We must remain fully conscious in our critical thinking mind. Not in that childlike, yes, I'll do whatever you say, I'm just a child, I'll believe you, I'll take whatever you say at face value, I'm easily manipulated and controlled to perceive the reality that they want to give us. No, we are taking our full sovereignty with our full critical judging mind, so that when we cross over, we retain what we have learned here, that this place is no good for any real spirit that holds justice and upholds morality and goodness. Nothing here is to be learned. Nothing here is to be justified. They better be afraid of us. And they're probably awaiting us when we cross over, especially people like us. So I know they're afraid. Remain fully conscious. Practice this throughout your entire day. Remaining conscious. Realizing the mind programs and the trances and the hypnotic states that we go under every day, even when we're awake. Remaining fully conscious, trying to do that for as long as possible throughout your day, will greatly benefit you when you cross over into the next place. This works because when you practice lucid dreaming, the more you remain conscious in your waking state, and you constantly tell yourself, am I awake? Am I consciously awake? You keep reverting your consciousness back to, am I conscious right now? Am I fully conscious? This works in lucid dreaming because it trains yourself to always remember, hey, I need to be fully conscious now. Is this a dream? Hey, I need to be fully conscious now. Is this the afterlife? Hey, I need to be fully conscious now. Are these demons? Remember, yes, they are. Don't fall for the hypnotic trance of subverting your conscious mind, your critical thinking mind, and allowing them to weasel and slither their way in and force you to do things that basically you're under hypnosis. That's the thing. You're under hypnosis, and these fuckers, they want you to be under hypnosis because they know that if they're talking to you, your critical thinking you, who is aware of all this bullshit, they're going to get fucking destroyed right then and there, blasted into smithereens. That's why they have to hide. That's why they have to lie. And that's why they have to do all of this. It's because they are actually afraid of us. So carry that with you.